Hi kids, we're so glad that you can join us for our Easter video. Well, Easter means different things to different people. But for one, there are a lot of Easter eggs in the shops, right? So we thought it appropriate to come up with 3 different science experiments all about eggs. I'm going to show you what you need. Right. Now this is quite a fun experiment. All you need is an uncooked egg and a tong, a glass of cold water, and a candle. We've put ours in a windshield because it's quite windy today, and also something to set your candle alight. Now for this part, I would recommend some adult supervision. Now all you have to do today is, take your egg and cover it with soot. Now the soot comes from the flame of the candle. So this should take a few minutes. You can see mine has already started to go black. It needs to be pitch black, all right. Okay, so she's busy covering our suit. Just show them how the egg looks so far. There we go. And it needs to be completely pitch black. Okay. Okay, guys. So our egg is now completely covered in soot. Pitch black. If it's not pitch black yet, it's not going to work. So make sure your egg is pitch black in the soot from the candle. Now, what do you guys think is going to happen when we put this pitch black egg in this cold water?
I don't know.
Huh? Josh, do you know? Are we going to try?
It's going to be silver.
Let's see. Oh, my word.
Wow! That's beautiful.
That is pretty cool.
Wow.
Huh? Let's take it closer to the camera so the viewers can see. Wow, that is pretty neat, huh? Okay, so you guys must try this at home. It's really easy, and I think it's pretty awesome, the results. For our older listeners who would like to know the more scientific reason behind why this happens, you're welcome to drop me an email and I would gladly respond. Okay, for this challenge, we are going to try and get an uncooked egg in this bottle without it breaking. Will you do us the honors? Can you try? It's not really that easy, is it? I think there should be a better way. So what you'll need for this experiment is 1 uncooked egg, a glass of vinegar, a little bit of lubricant like an oil or a dish soap, and then a jar that is submerged in boiling water. Now for this part, adult supervision is necessary. So you're going to take your egg and you're going to dunk it very gently in the vinegar for 2 days. All right, for 2 days. You'll see that because vinegar is acidic, it will actually eat away at the protein of the shell, and eventually you'll end up with just the membrane. So this is quite bouncy, you see. This is a raw egg that's been left in vinegar for 2 days, and it's rather bouncy. So now you'll take your tong. You can just use a normal towel. Gently take this out so you don't burn yourself. That's hot, kids. And then lubricate your egg first. Joshua. There we go. Joshie, you need to lubricate your egg. Sit hom so 'n bietjie daar in die olie. Nie daar val nie. Sit hom daar in die olie. Okay. Daar so. Ja, maak hom lekker vol olie. There we go. And then you just leave it.
Mine's not sticking.
There we go. All right, so we've waited about 5 minutes. Katie's has made quite good progress. What's happening now is the bottle is cooling down and it's actually then sucking this egg into the bottle. So just give it a few more minutes. Don't try and force it in because that is what will happen to your egg. I've got raw egg splattered all over me at the moment. So this is the result of our egg experiment. Basically, it worked, and we're quite happy about that. Drop us an email if you had any problems or struggles, and we'll be glad to try and help you out. So for this experiment, all you need is 2 eggs. The one needs to be as fresh as possible, and the other one needs to be boiled. Now, the problem is I can't exactly remember which is which, so we're going to put it to the test either way. And then we'll obviously find out as we go which was which, because we're going to learn about inertia and momentum and viscosity. Now, first things first, what is inertia? Now, inertia is the theory that an object will stay in its position forever and ever and ever unless a force is applied to it. Now, force is either a push or it's a pull. The other theory is that if we would move an object by force, so say for instance this starts rolling because I pushed it, it will keep on rolling unless another force is applied to it. Say for instance it's rolling and it hits the side, it will stop or slow down. Also, friction slows down an object because say the surface of this tray is actually slowing down the movement of the object. Or say you kick a ball on the grass, that stubbiness of the grass will also slow down the movement of your ball. So that's basically friction. Okay, so let's start with this one. We're going to give it a good spin, and then we're going to put our finger down, and it comes to a dead halt. Let's try the other one. It keeps on spinning. Why? Well, basically, the viscosity of the fluid between the yolk and the shell keeps on spinning. So even when we bring it to a halt, that is still spinning on the inside. And that actually causes the egg to keep on spinning or start spinning when we've taken our finger off it. So that's quite interesting. Wait, what? Viscosity. What is viscosity? Well, it's basically the thickness of a fluid and how that thickness, whether it's thin or thick, influences the speed of flow. So take water and toothpaste. Toothpaste is very high in viscosity, so it doesn't really flow very well. Whereas water, it has a predictable flow. It's quite thin, which makes it quick to flow. Now, why the stuff is useful? Because it's good to know when we're making stuff. Say, for instance, if we had to drink toothpaste, it wouldn't really slide down our throats very well, would it? Whereas if we had to brush our teeth with a viscosity like water, it would just be like streaming out of our mouths. So these things are interesting to know, and it actually helps us understand how our everyday lives work and function. Well, guys, see you a little bit later. Thanks for watching. Cheers.